injury but for suspension. Number 8, Gary Hasler, comes in for Mike Peterson, who was sent off last week against West Adelaide. From the top as well, it's MacLaren, Healy, Wright, Durakovic, Blair, Wade, Tasios, Hasler, Trimboli, Boutsianis, and another new signing in Francis Awaritefe. Awaritefe is playing his 99th game. He scored 42 goals, a superb strike rate since he joined Melbourne 3 seasons ago from the English non-league. Kimon Taliadoros not on the scorer sheet as such at Marconi this season. In the first game against Heidelberg, he came very close indeed. Will he score against his old club, South Melbourne? 44-year-old Peter Spires gets us underway here at Marconi Stadium for the Coca-Cola Soccer League Match of the Day, and already Tommy McCulloch throwing himself into the fray. These two teams have played the most Coca-Cola Soccer League games of any team, with Adelaide City they've played in every NSL competition since 1977, and tonight this is their 423rd game. And as we mentioned earlier, John always produces fireworks, and they're coming back here after losing last week, and they've got a lot of things to prove.
Well, and the conditions are very favourable for both teams, Andy. The ground at Marconi in absolutely superb condition, the weather conditions are fine, and the fact that both teams lost last week all indicates that tonight's affair should be a very open one, a very attacking one. And we follow the developments with interest. Many fine players, Australian internationals, and as we mentioned in our preview, the performance of Pelluchi for Marconi in his debut, being a very influential factor in the outcome of this match.
It's with Hasler, the Socceroo, who was on the bench last week. He's got Awaritefe on his left. Trimboli's in the centre as well. Awaritefe against Bingley. He can't get through Bingley this time, and the referee says straight away outside for the goal kick. And with VanEgmond at the moment. Down the line is Pelluchi. He'll operate from the right midfield position. Good interception from Boutsianis, though. And there's so many players of class and international experience out there for both teams. And straight away, the youngster... As little B with a free kick. Looking for Trimboli, and away by Jolevski, not a run by McCulloch. Socceroo captain Paul Wade in possession. He's squeezed a great ball through for Boutsianis. Trimboli's gone near, Awaritefe's gone back post and hooked away by Jolevski. And George
really caught Marconi square at the back, and only the splendid covering of Jolevski tidied up that situation. Jolevski, a favourite of Arrox when he was with the Socceroo team, just breaking in when Arrox's reign ended.
Now Durakovic has gone on too far. Gray's fighting hard, but Wade gets there. And for one brief moment, it looked pretty positive for Marconi. McCulloch looks up for Johnson. A good ball for Johnson, right on his heels. In comes the deep ball. Can Corica get there? He can't. Bit of pushing, though, on Hasler as well. The referee spotted it.
On the right. We also see the switch. Danny Wright, who we did expect to be on the left side of the defence for South Melbourne, is operating on the right flank. So a little bit of tactical battles going on from the benches here, and it'll take a little bit of time for both teams to settle down.
South Melbourne come to Sydney after a pretty good win in the opening round, 2-1. Over Sydney CSC, and they lost last week. They were lucky not to concede more. And you expect former corner, and headed well away at that near post by McCulloch. And a good header away by Jolevski. The flag was up, though, against Paul Trimboli. And a bit of Jolevski, Macalino and Pelluchi, as the South Melbourne defence is under some pressure. Not 6 minutes in, it was always going to be...
Andy, what a beautiful strike from Tommy McCulloch. How you like to hit it from the edge of the box. The volley gave MacLaren no chance, and really an absolute dream start for Marconi. Look at that, dips in the corner, and MacLaren no chance.
Now McCulloch. They lose out again. Awaritefe, good touch on. Steve Tasios, he goes down. Steve Tasios, the number 7 for South Melbourne. It's good to see him back in the Coca-Cola Soccer League. 2 seasons of just heartache and pain for him, injuries and the like, operations. And it really is a traumatic time for players as Boutsianis gets the free kick in. Awaritefi's up and smashing it against the crossbar. And there you have the reason why South Melbourne bought well this year in Francis Awaritefe. And this was a lovely move. The Boutsianis free kick, Awaritefe getting up and against the bar. And this is the view for Tony Pezzano. And how close could he come be? This time it's going to be the Jolevski throw. Just going behind Trimboli. Bingley. Possession really switching from side to side. There hasn't been too many good passing exchanges as we watch. And VanEgmond looking up, laying it off for Gray. And not a bad shot at all. And a great save from the keeper, Bruce MacLaren. Well, the fans can't complain for goal-mouth incidents tonight, John.
Well, it's a splendid strike from Ian Gray, and it's good to see, Andy, players willing to risk their hand or foot, as the case may be, from long distance. Marconi playing with a good strong breeze, and it's quite sensible tactics to strike from that distance. And Gray really bringing the best out of MacLaren with that splendid shot.
Trimboli squeezing it across for Wright. There's only Awaritefe up there. Tasios is coming through the middle. Now Awaritefe, the return for Tasios. And the referee says no foul at all. Gray finding Johnson. Pelluchi looms on the right. Johnson goes direct. And Wade stuck with him. And Tasios. Bingley and Tasios. Smart play by the youngster Matthew Bingley. Joining up forces here with his old coach Frank Arrock. Now it's with Trimboli, Awaritefe, and again Bingley hanging on to him. A great challenge from Bingley, timed it well, and the ball just spun awkwardly, and in the end Pezzano had to make the Boutsianis. How deep will he go? There's the header by Wade, and now Blair, and Blair gets the ball inside. Up was there, and off the line. A great header off the line by Jolevski, denying Danny Wright. And just moments earlier, you thought that perhaps Blair would have gone for the first time shot. The travelling fans of South Melbourne. So Awaritefe, he was really taken late. It was always going to be a bit of a suicide ball. And that, in fact, is the first yellow of the game. The referee's had enough 5 minutes before the break. Bingley goes into the book for the foul on Awaritefe. And we've said it time and time again, John, this is really a dangerous part of the half. 5 minutes left, just on 4 minutes of normal time left. Although that time the free kick wasn't the best from Danny Wright. Corica was thinking about Pelluchi, and good interception from Tasios. Wade getting there first. Flags up though against the Awaritefe. And I must say one thing, John, the Marconi defensive played the Socceroo mate Wade. Johnson threw himself in, and now this is good work from VanEgmond. He's having a good game, the header. Now the chance of Taliadoros, but straight to his ex-teammate Bruce MacLaren. The chance to break the drought for Marconi. The goal-scoring drought for Kimon Taliadoros continues.
And that's the chance of the match, Andy, the cross from VanEgmond. Look at the flick from Ian Gray. Perhaps a little bit over-anxious from Kim Taliadoros there. No doubt he's keen to score against his old club, but really had the time there to control and pick his spot.
Marconi have won 198, South Melbourne 195, and here's the chance for Trimboli as Pezzano came quickly off the line. But there you have it, John. We've just seen Marconi moments earlier with a chance, and at the other end, South Melbourne coming back as they have done throughout the first half.
Well, Marconi getting caught again at the back, Trimboli exposing them, and it was only good, positive and brave keeping from Tony Pezzano, which kept them in the match. Caught out square, there's no cover, Trimboli through. Touches it a little bit forward, too much forward here. But good positive keeping from Pezzano saves the situation for Marconi.
And the referee asked, but a first half full of goal-mouth action for both teams, but only one goal to show for it. So we're underway with the second half here at Marconi Stadium. There has been a change made, and I've just noticed that Peter Tsolakis has come on, and not too sure exactly who's come off, but I'm sure we'll pick it up as play will continue. Of course, Marconi are leading by 1-0, and the club that was founded in 1958, 3 times Coca-Cola Soccer League winners in 79, 88 and 89, and they won the cup in 1980, finished 7th last year, South Melbourne finishing 3rd, and both teams of course coming here today having lost last week, and they both won their opening round encounters. So important with the 3 points up for grab, that they really find their feet here today to keep in touch with the leaders, Parramatta and of course West Adelaide, who still are unbeaten after 3 games. So the first corner of the second half, Corica. Gray was heading it on. He was looking for his teammate in McCulloch, Tsolakis, who had that really bad knee injury that wiped away his contribution for the playoffs and the last couple of rounds of the seasons. And again, they're looking long for Awaritefe, but there was a late challenge, which the referee was again on the... Boutsianis. Hasler. Kuleski away to Pelluchi. VanEgmond is there if he wants him. Corica's calling for it, and good play. Pelluchi trying his best to get it on, and well, VanEgmond was taken out. And the 21-year-old Matthew Bingley, formerly a striker, he's been switched to centre-back. Trimboli, Boutsianis, back for Hasler. Pelluchi and Hasler. And that will be a South Melbourne throw-in. Pelluchi away. The first corner of the second half for South Melbourne, which Boutsianis will come across and take. Pelluchi, the debutant today for Marconi. He's had a pretty busy game. Still finding his feet though. Boutsianis. Just away by Corica, straight to Hasler though. Hasler just stabs it inside and away by VanEgmond. Will it be the quick counter from Marconi? McCulloch, the flag just up on Corica. Pelluchi, but Hasler gets there first. Pezzano and Awaritefe, and well, there was a foul. Yes, the referee says so. And Pezzano's in a real state of bother in that goal. How did you see that one, John?
Well, it does appear from the reaction of Pezzano, does appear badly hurt. And half they've been getting into good attacking situations, and their final pass has been a little bit slack. I think it's probably a sign that South Melbourne's starting to get desperate. Time is still plenty of time, but it probably is running against them a little bit.
And there was Tsolakis again. He's having a very good second half. He came on during the break, but Matthew Bingley has been, I would think, the pick of the defenders today for Marconi. Tsolakis was trying to head it towards goal, but either way, Bingley knew that Awaritefe was right onto it. And Peter Tsolakis is up there. They've got Muscat up there as well. It's gone towards Pezzano. There's the header and a reflex save. Brilliant stuff from Pezzano, but Blair and Awaritefe with a Diego Maradona finish. He's already got a yellow. This could be a red. This could be a red card for Francis Awaritefe. The intentional handball ball. This could come. Yes. Well, there was the yellow, the second offence. And Awaritefe has been given his marching orders.
Well, Andy, he can't complain. It's a second yellow. You are off. I do sympathise with him. I felt the first one was a little bit unfair, but that's the way it goes. Decisions go for you someday and against you the next. And having committed this offence, which it does appear like a handball, that is an automatic yellow, and being his second, he's off. But really, Marconi so exposed again in the air. Look at this, they've 2 free headers. That is a handball, second yellow, and off.
But what a save from Pezzano to deny Boutsianis. Watch Pezzano here, and he just got in there.
But Marconi in trouble in the air, aren't they, Andy, at the back? Look at this, another free header, and almost another free header for Francis.
You bastard! Come on, he's the champion, mate!
It's a whole new ball game at Marconi Stadium. South Melbourne down to 10 men, and they're down by the 1 goal. And the way they started this second half, you really suspected that they might be able to level. And there's Bingley getting involved in the attack. Johnson. And the challenge came in, but well, I thought maybe new player. He came on for Trimboli, and with Awaritefe off, they've only really got the one recognised striker in Hasler, although Tsolakis can play up there as well. But this is a real test for South Melbourne. We've seen them put under this sort of test before, and they've been able to pull through, but they're away from home. They're playing a Marconi team who are leading by the 1 goal. And now Wade, the touch on for Healy. And then we'll have another corner, this time on the far side. Boutsianis will take this one, the left-footed. And it comes. And now Hasler, the chance for the equalizer! Gary Hasler will celebrate with the touring fans from South Melbourne. But what a comeback from South Melbourne. The Socceroo, Gary Hasler levels terms. 19 minutes into this second half. Well, what a sensational passage of play it's been, John.
Well, Marconi were always going to be exposed in the air in this game, Andy. This corner kick, you will see they're all over the place. They leave Hasler free at the far post. And Hasler, I believe, being booked here, Andy, for either comments or for what happened after. But here's the corner kick. You'll see Marconi, it's gone through the lot of them. Just a touch on. They know where Hasler free at the far post and really rifles it in well.
And there was just no chance for Pezzano or Jolevski on the line. Jolevski, of course, in the first half, clearing a header from Wright, but Gary Hasler really picked his spot here and let loose with a thunderbolt. 1-1 South Melbourne.
There's no excuse for Marconi there, Andy. They've got the extra man and they've left Hasler so free at the far post. And this is the danger. We've seen it so many times, 11 against 10, and the 10 players outplay the 11, simply because there's no reorganisation and restructuring in the team with 11 players. It really is quite a simple matter. Everyone pick up and we've got 1 free, and you should really dominate the game from then on. But we've seen it so many times, and could well see it here again tonight, where 10 men outplay 11.
And there's the crowd figure, 3,409 brave souls have come out here to Marconi Stadium. There's certainly been a lot of entertainment out there, and you mentioned that perhaps Hasler was booked. Now, I just wonder, maybe it might have been because of the fact he ran behind the goal and celebrated with the fans. That's one we'll have to find out after the game. And no doubt just to read about as well. Nice ball by McCulloch. And here's one for Johnson, and the control letting him down. But now Pelluchi, Ermanno Pelluchi, the ball inside, and Muscat was there, and there was Paul Wade as well. But a late challenge up against, I think, Pelluchi. And good fighting qualities from Marconi to get back into it as well. And you'd have to put it down as an opportunity there, John.
Well, there's a chance. Good skill from Pelluchi here. This type of thing Marconi going to look more and more from the likes of him and the experienced midfielders. They've got the extra play. They've really got to use it, Andy. And good to see Pelluchi.
And Muscat. Boutsianis and Jolevski. Tasios again. Referee saying that Steve Tasios took a bit of a dive. Taliadoros dearly love to score the winner against his old club. Now Paul Wade. It came off Georgakis for Hasler. The good shot as well from Gary Hasler. Coming off, but Tasios. Good work from Steve Tasios. Hasler's inside. Well, there was a foul. There was man Gray did foul Tasios. So this is another good position as well as Cerro awaits. And a great header, well blocked by Kuleski. The header from Hasler was certainly goal-bound. Now Tsolakis. Blair up there. Wade tries his luck from at least 35.
Marconi exposed again in the air, Andy. It's been on all night. They've had the free headers. And as a Marconi fan, one would be worried about their ability to defend in the air in tight situations.
Durakovic, the long searching ball for Hasler. McCulloch there. He's given it straight to Tasios. There's Jolevski though. He's got a bit of space, bit of room, and time to slow it down. McCulloch, he saw Bingley free on his left and he finds him. 15 minutes left in this game. The Coca-Cola Soccer League battle between Marconi and South Melbourne. 1-1 is the scoreline. Awaritefe sent off. And then Gary Hasler equalised in sensational circumstances when they were down to 10 men. Now the long searching ball for Boutsianis. Pezzano's off his line. Boutsianis, it's always going to be a tough one for Boutsianis. Geez, the youngster did well to get there in the first place, John.
Well, he's done the hard bit, Andy, and Marconi caught again square at the back. It is cause for concern, their defence. But Boutsianis doing the hard bit, needed, easy to say from this situation, of course, needed just to take his time. Done the hard bit here, got in front of the defender, rounded the keeper. Just a little bit of time to balance himself. And unfortunately, a golden opportunity gone for South Melbourne.
He's challenging again, and look at this. The Socceroo looks up, finds a fellow Socceroo in Hasler. Boutsianis is free on this far left if they can find him quickly, but Tsolakis has gone for Tasios instead. The back heel for Hasler. He knew it was on, and Hasler keeping his cool. And now Boutsianis, and well blocked by Bingley. He threw himself in, he knew he had to. Now Muscat trying to get his way through. Pezzano's come off his line. Muscat and Pezzano. Muscat, he was pushed. The referee allows play to continue. Muscat. And there, in fact, well, the ball must have been out. We all got it in half. As Johnson took out Tasios.
Well, it's quite amazing, Andy. We see it so many times, but it has been South Melbourne's best period when they've been reduced to 10 men. A lot of reasons for this. That the opposition perhaps sits back a little bit, doesn't organise themselves well enough. But the general feeling when you're one short is everyone pulls the socks up a little bit, digs in a little bit harder, and that's certainly been the case with South Melbourne. Because since reduced to 10 men, it's been their best period of the match.
Great header by Hasler. Tasios. And a good challenge coming in from Tommy McCulloch. The goal scorer from Marconi defending. And they'll have to do a bit more as well.
Wait! Come on!
This is danger time for Marconi. We've seen it all night tonight, Andy. Anything crosses or corners, they're in trouble.
Hasler at the back post again. And Pezzano, no trouble at all. Great header on by Corica. Durakovic lunging. Tasios was trying to chest it on for Tsolakis. Found Tsolakis. Now Wade again. Look how free Hasler was on that far left side. Gee, you would have thought they'd learnt their lesson from earlier on.
Well, he's made a big difference since moving up front, Hasler, hasn't he? We talk about coaches, whatever decisions they make, the move to push him in front has certainly paid off for South Melbourne. It's been a danger every time the ball's come on the ground or in the air. And if you were to pick a winner at this stage, Andy, if there is to be a winner, you'd go for South Melbourne because they've really creating more chances, looking the better side at this stage.
Now Tsolakis. for Boutsianis. Tasios have made a bit of a run. And again, it's Bingley who comes away with it for Marconi. Time and time again, Bingley's done it. Gray. Cerro. Didn't get past Muscat. Great challenge by Muscat. Now Hasler rides the challenge well. That's a good ball for Muscat. He can still go on with it. Muscat should go on in. Well, I thought he should have gone alone, but it's Boutsianis is onside. The ball inside for Muscat. And just cleared off the line by Kuleski, and that really hurt him through. He went flying into the post. That maybe Muscat should have gone all the way himself. But what an amazing escape for Marconi. This is an unbelievable second half, John.
Well, I don't know. I think he made the right decision, Andy. It's an excellent ball. It puts the player free, Boutsianis free. But really, Marconi's defence, even though they get out of trouble there, have been caught out so many times. One would see that as a priority for them to tighten that area up. Without a tight defence, you're really going to struggle all year.
And thankfully, Kuleski was right there, and you can see the fans just relief. Corica. Bingley. Cerro now for Corica. And Steve Corica, just his 36th game in the league. Cerro, that could have been a great ball for Bingley. And he's looked for Bingley again. Now Bingley got the better of Durakovic. Matthew Bingley! And a great save by MacLaren. Matthew Bingley, it would have been a deserved goal after the performance tonight. But you've got to pay credit where it's due. And Bruce MacLaren, this could probably go down as the save of the game so far.
Yes, the save of the match, Andy. Bingley being the player of the match for Marconi. That would have been appropriate in many ways had he scored from that. Defended well and attacked well, but a splendid save from MacLaren.
Still not out of danger as yet, although Boutsianis helped it along. This second half, there's been about 9 goal-mouth incidents, and Hasler was involved in a couple. He's trying to find Tsolakis. Pezzano quickly off his line, though. Just a bit more of a call on that one, and would have been interesting. But really, it's been going end to end. Jolevski staying with him. Now McCulloch. He got the shot on. Johnson couldn't get the shot on the turn. Now Taliadoros! Offside, is it? The flag was up. And what a fairy tale it would have been for Kimon Taliadoros. The ball in the back of the net, but it won't stand. McCulloch had the right idea. Johnson was trying his best to get the shot on it. Just nudged. Taliadoros was adjudged offside. And fair enough too. 5 minutes of normal time left. And we've still got plenty of time for some more goal-mouth action. Will there be a victor in this game? It's 1-1 at the moment. Cerro, the substitute, lines it up, and not a bad shot! How about that? Cerro! That's a great goal indeed, young man. His 4th goal in 59 appearances in the Coca-Cola Soccer League, and he would never have scored a more important goal as that one. What a strike from the youngster. Relief for Arrock, as you would expect, John.
Well, this is a splendid shot from young Cerro. Dips in over MacLaren. And that goal, Andy, will do a lot for the confidence of Cerro. He's a very talented boy. We saw him with Parramatta, Melita. Eagles do so well. Had a very quiet season settling down here last year. But that is going to do heaps for his...
Bingley, a top game for Marconi. Johnson, Taliadoros is with him. Johnson, who was looking for Taliadoros, who was held back. Play continues with Gray. Gee, that was close from the Socceroo. And the referee has spotted a deflection. This would have to be the last. There wouldn't be too much more, I would think. Wade, the overhead, and Johnson. And the referee allows play to continue. It looked like Durakovic clipped him, but Johnny, you've got to pay credit to Marconi for their fight back, really. They're under intense pressure in the second half.
Well, it has been a fighting performance, Andy. I think the basic reason is that their team is so new, particularly in defence, that there really has been more fight than class. But it is maximum points, and one can't ask for any more than that. One sympathises with South Melbourne. Then reduced to 10 men, they really did have enough opportunities to win the match. But as it is, Marconi maximum points, and as they say, that's all that will count in the newspaper tomorrow.
Frank Arrock, obviously a relieved man here. What a second half. What a game, in fact, it's been. The third round of the Coca-Cola Soccer League. We expected fireworks here at Marconi Stadium. They were certainly produced by the players. South Melbourne fought bravely in the second half with 10 men after Awaritefe was sent off. They came back to equalise, but the winner was struck home in superb fashion from the substitute Gus Cerro. That's almost it from Marconi Stadium.